There's something I think you should see. That inside, deep, you already believe. It's that look in a child's eyes as they see the natural world for the first time, every time. As they flip rocks to watch crabs scuttle off or see salmon return from the sea, it's magic, bliss. This is what we gotta bottle and capture. Actually, we gotta stop bottling it. Made of water, needs to be free. The answer, gift of life that we react to with open palms, but to protect it, we may need clenched fists. So I'm ready to resist in any way that we need to stop the system of greed. Why do we organize ourselves based in the worst of human attributes? And I salute nothing, only the sun. It's got all the power we need, not oil rigs, pipelines, or guns. All words, all worlds of addiction. If we don't live with nature, then we're living against it.
Turning the Tide 2017. 83 paddlers in 54 boats paddling through the Salish Sea for 5 days.
The smoke from the fires in British Columbia have really been part of our lives for the last 2 weeks, showing that that smoke doesn't respect borders, oil spills don't respect borders, ocean degradation doesn't respect borders. So I think we need to work beyond borders.
We're heading out, baby. We're going. Headed to Pender Island. You better be ready.
You need to think about why we're doing this and what we're out here for, because that's what it's all about. Putting in a bit of effort to protect and love this place.
Hush not, child, and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Just move on up toward your destination. Though you may find from time
Don't think of it as 22 kilometers. Think of it as what's around the next corner.
Thai activism. It's a celebration of activists and organizers activizing and organizing.
Sean, if we don't live with nature, well, then we're living against it. If we don't live with nature, well, then we're living against it. So tell me what our future looks like. Tell me what our future looks like. We're sutured to a destructive past by an oil-slicked path lit by gas flares, clogged lungs towards climate's wrath. Thus we stand right here, right now, unless we resurrect the might of the masses. See the pipeline, main line, everything's fine. See the pipeline, main line, everything's fine. See the cracking, fracking of the earth, chiropractic. We must massage our mother's spine.
The currents through here are a bit nuts. They're really, really hard to understand. We started here at Dolphin Dock at Schwartz Bay, which is next to the ferry terminals. And we paddled across.
People really don't know what's going on. You know, it's a matter of education and the average person is pretty darn busy. I mean, just trying to feed the kids or, get out the door in the morning.
This is why I'm here, building relationships and teaching everybody around here about what to do and what not to do and how they can look after Mother Earth.
It's easy to say this is just one pipeline, this is just one project, but if it's locking us into a kind of infrastructure, a kind of energy, intensive energy use that is just not viable going forward. It cannot be our future.
And then we stayed on Salt Spring Island for 2 nights, or 2 days, 1 night. That would have been 2 nights, wouldn't it? Correct. Then we left Salt Spring Island.
You just have to keep going, because this will be like for my children and then my children's children. So I want to make sure that we leave a legacy, we leave something behind that's going to be clean and beautiful. Because you've seen the world, what people have done to it. I mean, like some areas are so polluted now, it's just horrendous. Yeah.
You're not going to get rid of us Indians, and we can't get rid of you. So let's work together. Let's live together in harmony, and help look after this earth and what's around us.
There are things we can do. There's things that we can learn. And it doesn't take too many of us to turn the tide.
And then we'll paddle across Chute Passage again, and then Colburn Passage to Dolphin Dock to complete Turning the Tide 2017. To turn the tide, I think it means to change the direction that we're going. In paddling, we often use a movement called a ferry, which is what you do is you angle your boat in such a way that you're taking advantage of the current, whether you're in the river, whether you're in the ocean. What I love about the ferry angle and thinking about it metaphorically is that we need to use all the current that's moving in the right direction. We're trying to, again, turn the tide. We're trying to use each other. We draw energy from other people that are also on the same path or of the same mindset. And we need to use each other to make that ferry angle work better for all of us, right? We all get burnt out. We all get discouraged often when we look at the world or we look at the news. We need to draw energy from each other just as we draw energy from the current when you paddle to make that movement much more productive.
We must massage our mother's spine, heal it. We have to. The water must pass through, no sight C or sight D. Deliver ourselves from this prophecy of destruction, the seduction of all dollars and no cents. I've spent the natural inheritance of my children. I've already spent the natural inheritance of my children. I'm but a too comfortable, settled guest on this land. We must stand firm in our resolve and fully in our love, our heartwood pure, our branches interwoven. We must stand inside of government offices and outside corporate boardrooms, must stand directly in the paths of the tractors, the trucks. We must stand on our neighbors' doorsteps, having those tough conversations for the water, the life, the land. We must stand back and watch our children play in the water, the surf, the sand. We must stand and breathe that image in like it is the purest breath of air. Hold it and know that our stand is righteous and that nature, the future, and goodness are on our side. So take this to heart, for that is where the fire is starting, and the earth, the air, and water are already with us. So if we add our love, creativity, and determination, then we will have the elements of victory.